What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Quantum Comic, and today we're stepping straight into one of the most brutal, devastating, and emotionally raw battles Gotham has ever seen. This is the final confrontation, the absolute breaking point, the last stand in the Abomination storyline. Absolute Batman versus Absolute Bane. Everything in this universe has been building to this moment. Every betrayal, every mutation, every loss, every sacrifice. All of it funnels into this single night. This isn't just a fight, it's a reckoning. Gotham's future is on trial, and Bruce Wayne has no more space to run from who he's becoming. But before we dive into issue 14, we need to rewind issue 13 one more time, so the chaos we're about to enter hits even harder. Before we start the video, if you're new to our channel, please subscribe, because your one subscription motivates us to create more amazing videos like this. Let's jump into it. Previously on Absolute Batman, Bruce hit rock bottom. Bane destroyed Gotham, burned Harvey, and broke every ally Bruce had left. The venom in his veins started turning him into something barely human. Bruce wanted one thing: Bane's head, no matter the cost. Catwoman returned from the shadows, tried to pull him back, and for one moment, Bruce let her in, but the venom kept dragging him deeper on the straights, okay? Bruce lost control, unleashing that monstrous green surge inside him. Gotham saw it. The Red Hood gang saw it. Even Bruce couldn't deny it anymore. Meanwhile, Bane reached maximum infusion, stronger than ever, ready to reclaim the throne. Bruce hijacked the entire city's broadcast and challenged Bane to a final duel in the cold veteran arena. Catwoman begged him not to use the venom again. He ignored her. She walked away, and Bruce descended into the darkness alone. Issue 13 ended with the monster inside him fully awakened. Now we can start our brand new Absolute Batman issue 14. Our story opens in quiet darkness in a sterile underground room, lit only by a row of harsh white medical lamps. Alfred stands over the massive scarred body of Bruce Wayne, who is strapped into a machine that looks like equal parts life support system and torture device. Alfred's voice is calm, but heavy with the weight of everything they've lost. He asks the question that no one ever wants to ask his son, especially not a son who has already lost everything. It's the fight of your life, kid. Are you ready? Edward Nygma stands nearby, one of the last remnants of Bruce's old world before everything fell apart. Bruce answers, his voice steady but distant, like he's half here and half lost in memory. I'm absolutely listening. He says the words, but his mind is already drifting somewhere else, replaying the faces of the people he failed to save before Bane turned them into their monstrous forms. The memory of friendship twisted into horror. Absolute Riddler, warped and deformed into a skeletal riddle machine. Absolute Penguin with his grotesquely inflated body and razor beak. Absolute Killer Croc, monstrously amplified in Arkham's horrific lab. Absolute Two-Face, his entire left side scorched and melted beyond humanity. These were his friends, his family, people who fought beside him. Now they're barely recognizable, remade as creatures of venom-driven terror, because Batman couldn't stop Bane in time. Alfred continues, his voice tightening. There's only enough venom in you for 2 infusions. 1 infusion now is a test, to make sure your system can handle it, and the second in the ring against Bane. Are you listening, kid? Bruce says, I'm absolutely listening, but his mind floods with painful echoes. Killer Croc growling, I should have left you in that place. Selina Kyle turning away from him, whispering, take care of yourself, Wayne, and walking into darkness. Two-Face, with half a face twisted into a melted grin, muttering, I only hate you half the time. Riddler laughing at Bruce's poverty, joking about how Bruce Wayne, Gotham's golden son, never had a real friend in this world. All of them broken. All of them changed forever. Memories like knives. Alfred steadies himself and speaks again. If your system takes to it, we're good. I'll make it quick. He pauses, and there's something almost fatherly in the silence between his words. Now, what do you want to do? Bruce keeps his eyes closed for a moment, and when he opens them, they are cold steel. All doubt gone. All hesitation burned away. Let's just go to war. And that's the moment the story ignites. Suddenly, we cut to the outside world. Bright studio lights, polished suits, and the slick voice of a political performer. A news broadcast begins, playing across every television in Gotham. Mayor Hill addresses the city, wearing a mask of confidence so polished it's practically painted on. He declares to the terrified citizens, "Fellow Gothamites, I'm here tonight to assure you that despite what the terrorist Batman claims, there are no monsters hidden away beneath our streets. In fact, the only monster in this city is him. And whatever dangerous theatrics he was planning tonight at Veterans Arena will not be happening. We insist that everyone honors the 11 p.m. curfew put in place after the Black Mask attack and remain home, safe from the Batman's lawless violence. Thank you, and God bless Gotham." But the moment cameras shut off and the broadcast ends, Hill's mask drops, replaced by anxiety and sweat. He turns sharply to Harvey Bullock, standing silently in the corner, and hisses under his breath. So the fight happens at midnight. Bullock blinks, stunned. "What?" "It came straight from above," Hill growls. "No one gets within 10 blocks of that place except Batman and him. We, the audience, know what above means. Not heaven, not authority, not morality. It means absolute Joker, the Shadow King of Gotham, the unseen puppeteer pulling all the strings, the one who, alongside absolute Veronica Cale, absolute Ra's al Ghul, and a council of monsters, carve the world into territories ruled by fear and chaos. The public never sees them, but the city bleeds beneath their hands. And now, Joker wants a show. We cut to Selina Kyle, standing alone with the mask, Bruce's mask, turning it over in her hands like something fragile. She speaks softly, barely above a whisper. "I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can, I hope you have a damn good plan." Meanwhile, deep inside Arkham's laboratories, monstrous tubes and surgical steel glowing under cold fluorescent lights, Bane is being prepared for the fight. His body already enormous, layered with muscle upon muscle, swollen with venom and unnatural regeneration. A voice informs him, "You should be aware, according to our data, Subject 27 likely still has at least one infusion left in his system." Bane answers with quiet certainty, "I'm counting on it." The doctor responds, assuring him that with his recent venom enhancements, there is no comparison between them anymore. But she warns, "After this fight, your system will need a long rest." Bane lifts his head and answers with something half poetic, half terrifying. "The heart's only true nurse. All I want is rest, Dr. Arkham. One more fight, one more, and I will have it." The scene shifts again, seamlessly intercutting between past and present like a heartbeat. The story returns to a boxing match fought years before between Wan Jode's future Killer Croc and the reigning champion Bibbo Bibowski. The parallels are intentional. Scott Snyder constructs this entire final battle as a mirror, one fight echoing the other, one story about loneliness and the other about loyalty. Wan Jones fights alone, with no corner, no coach, nobody behind him. Not even Bruce Wayne believed he could win. Bruce had met with Falcone and arranged for Wan to throw the fight in the 7. Wan found out and fired Bruce's coach. And in that moment, he became a man abandoned, a warrior with no one in his corner. And now, years later, Batman fights Bane with everyone behind him, everyone in his corner. Harley, Selina, Alfred, Croc, Gotham, the world. The juxtaposition is brilliant. We return to the arena. The lights explode on, and Bane steps into the center like a Titan car from living stone. He roars into the darkness. "Here I am. I said here I am. Where is your champion?" Absolute Harley Quinn steps forward from the shadows, smirking with electric arrogance. "Light him up, guys!" Drones ignite the sky, spinning and circling, broadcasting every second across the city. Across every screen, Gotham is watching. The thing Mayor Hill feared most is happening. The truth is visible. His lies are exposed. Bruce walks forward into the arena, and Alfred speaks through the comms, voice steady and controlled. "All right, kid, here we go. Remember the plan. Wear him down, make him burn through all his venom. And when he's got nothing left, you use yours." Bruce answers, "Stop talking, it's time." And then, almost casually, Harley. She replies, "Yep, make him famous." The drones shift their vantage, spotlights center on the fighters. Cameras are live. The world holds its breath. Bane grins like a man who has already won. The great public watches. "I hope you've learned some new techniques so we can give him an actual spectacle. Let's see." Bruce presses the detonator. A building beside the arena buckles, crumbles, and falls. An entire skyscraper collapsing in a deafening roar and smashing down directly on top of Bane. Bruce raises his voice through drifting dust and pulverized concrete. "I call this move, Welcome to Gotham." The entire city explodes in gasps and shouts. Gotham loves theatrics. Batman loves delivering them. Cutting again to the boxing match. The announcers are shouting about Wayne Jones, the underdog, swinging wildly and holding his own, shocking the crowd. And now back to Gotham. The Batmobile rockets into view. Bruce commands fire. Harpoon shoot out, snagging into Bane's flesh like anchors driven into a mountain. Bane struggles, furious, caught for a moment. The Batmobile engines roar, and the vehicle slams into him full force, shaking the arena. Alfred's voice narrates what happens next. He describes Bane regenerating, bones knitting, muscles reforming, an eyeball regrowing inside its socket. "Is that all you got?" Bane bellows. And Alfred clarifies something profound. Batman doesn't fight with strength. He fights with brutality, honed into genius. He fights like a man possessed. Like violence is an art, and he is Michelangelo swinging an axe. Oh, Bruce strikes, punches, cuts, and moves with savage precision. And still, Bane's strength is unimaginable. He grabs Batman and ragdolls him across the arena. His voice rumbles, dark and personal. "We are not that different, you and me." Harley Quinn's voice snaps over the comm. "Release the Green Machine!" And Killer Croc comes tearing into the fight. It's Wayne Jones, what's left of him, now turned into a venom-mutated, monstrous creature. He grabs Bane, ripping out chunks of his flesh, biting him, swallowing him. It's a horrifying, savage attack. Alfred narrates, the thing that was once Juan Jones tears at Bane, ripping off chunks of flesh, swallowing them whole. Bane infuses more venom. I can hear the sickening squelch of muscle fibers multiplying, thickening. He grows bigger, impossibly big, and the wounds close. But God bless him, the kid keeps on. Even as Bane grows more and more massive, Croc keeps attacking. Batman joins in, swinging his axe, hitting Bane again and again. There's a moment where Bruce comments mid-fight after another brutal exchange. No fancy quotes. Is that really where we are? There's no fancy quotes here. Bane answers with one. Toward gnats and fleas, we should show no pity. And then he sends Batman flying. We cut back again to Wan fighting Bibbo. The announcers say this could be trouble for Jones, and they call out a brutal hook by Bibbo. Falcone is loving it. Wan looks lost. The world thinks he's done. Back in the arena, Harley runs to Bruce after Bane pounds him almost into the stands. She looks at him lying there and says, "This is probably when someone gives you a big motivational speech, but I'm just gonna tell it to you straight. Get the hell up." Bruce, battered, just says, "Cool." She points back down toward Croc. "Now get back in there and save that alligator." "He's a crocodile," Bruce answers, but point taken. Meanwhile, Alfred is warning Bruce, "Kid, he just keeps infusing more venom. I don't know what his max level is. Hell, I don't even know if he has one anymore." Bruce asks, "What's your point, Pennyworth?" "Alfred, my point is, how do you even get him to reach some max level at all? If you use the venom now, maybe you can at least get out of there alive." Bruce had gone into this fight with a plan. Push Bane to his maximum venom level, overload his system, and make it crash. That's what can happen with the classic Bane. If he takes too much venom, it overtakes his body and shuts him down. But this Bane doesn't seem to have a ceiling. Batman refuses to break his plan. "No, we stick to the plan." We briefly return to the past, during Juan's fight with Bibbo, in the 7th round, when Juan is barely hanging on. Bruce pushes past security and runs down to the ring. Security tries to stop him. He calls out, "Juan." Juan looks over, shocked. Bruce tells him, "Yeah, I'm here. I'm in your corner." That's something Juan never had before. Someone in his corner. Someone who believed in him when it mattered. The comic cuts between that and the present, with Bruce charging Bane again. He slashes Bane's back with the axe, severing his spine. "I severed your spine at the thoracic, which means you can't use your legs anymore. But that's okay." "Whatever. But that's okay. You still have your arms." Bruce keeps hacking, taking Bane's arms out of commission too. "Damn, right now, you can't use your arms either. But hey, you can still bite me." Bruce brings up their shared trauma. "And no, we're not that different, Bane. We both lost fathers. The difference is, I didn't break my father's back, or his heart." That line hits Bane hard. He starts injecting even more venom. Arkham is watching the monitors, stunned. "I can't believe what I'm seeing. Bane, your cells. They've moved beyond self-repairing and become almost embryonic, undifferentiated. If 27 is anything like you are a miracle." Bane just keeps beating Batman, screaming at him. "You think you can win? You think that you're better than me? You are nothing. I've given everything so my people and home could be safe because this is war. It's all war, but I'm done. it's your turn now. He wants Batman to use Venom. He wants to beat the best Batman. From Alfred's perspective, this is the last chance. Do it, kid. Use the Venom. It's your only chance of making it out of here alive. Please. Bane roars. Use it. Use your Venom. Bruce finally gives in, or appears to. All right, you win. You want me to use the Venom, I will use it. Then he says, Catwoman, take the shot. Selina fires. The Venom injector hits Bane square in the back. It doesn't strengthen him. It overloads him. Bane's body starts to go into meltdown. Venom tears his system apart from the inside. In the parallel fight, Juan flips Bibbo using the champ's own weight. The announcer yells, do you believe in miracles? Back in Gotham, Bane panics. Wait, stop. But it's too late. His body swells, mutates too fast, and then he blows apart. Alfred says, I can't help but laugh then. Laugh like I haven't laughed in years. Because this kid, bloody hell. But how? Let me jump back 2 days earlier. Bruce is with Riddler and Selina. Riddler's pulling Venom out of Bruce's system. Riddler asks, how much of this stuff am I taking out of you, Bruce? Bruce answers, all of it, Eddie. Every drop. I will beat Bane my own way. He goes into the fight without any Venom in his system. The whole thing. Bane believing Bruce had Venom left. Bane pushing him to use it. It was a setup. The plan was never for Bruce to use Venom. It was to make Bane so focused on it that he wouldn't see what was coming. Selina tells Bruce, whatever happens, I am proud of you, Bruce. He fights Bane as himself. As absolute Batman, yes, but without Venom. Back in the past, after Wayne wins the fight and beats Bibbo, Bruce is holding him up. Wayne asks, did that just happen? Bruce says, I hope so, man, because I bet everything on it. In fact, I bet Falcone's entire share on it. Falcone is furious. I want Wayne dead. In the present, Alfred reflects on the whole thing. Now, in hindsight, I understand how Bruce won Batman, and I see it. The thing that Bane didn't. The thing that all kings and generals and masters of war always fail to take into account. For some soldiers, winning is not the point, because theirs is a fight that's bigger than any war. It's old as time and immediate as a baby scream, and there's no end to it ever. Not really. It's about doing what's right. No more, no less. So for someone like Batman, he's not fighting to win. He's fighting to fight. The fight is the point. For home, for the people he loves. Alfred ends with, I'm grateful to Batman for the reminder. We then learn Selina takes off with the Venom after it's extracted from Bruce. It's out there now. In her hands. Then we cut to Dr. Arkham again. She approaches what's left of Bane. Well, good morning. I must say, Bane, you are looking wonderful today. Bane is now basically a brain, a spinal column, and eyeballs floated in a tank. But alive. His cells are still regenerating and changing. Arkham says, your cells, they're just such a marvel. But I'm here because someone else wants to talk to you here. That someone else is Absolute Joker. He appears smiling in that cold way only Joker can. He says, Bane, I just wanted to put your mind at ease. This whole incident, right? I see it as a minor setback. Now look, I know that you were hoping to retire, see the world, but my sincere belief is that that wouldn't make you happy. Not really. Lying around Santa Prisca with your family, come on. He continues, you love it too much, this war. So as your friend, I would like to help. What was the name of your father's rebel group again? Salos Libris. What a beautiful name. Free skies. So that's how I want you to feel from now on. So you can focus on what you really love. Unburdened and liberated. Free. Absolute Joker then nukes Santa Prisca. He wipes out the entire island. Everyone Bane has ever cared about, gone in one moment. Bane wanted rest. Joker took away the one thing that rest depended on. His family, his home, his cause. Now Bane has nothing left but rage and war. So yes, this final battle between Absolute Batman and Absolute Bane is a brutal, knockdown, drag-out war. Batman wins. He wins without Venom. He wins with strategy, brutality, and help from his allies. But the story doesn't end with Bane's defeat, because Absolute Joker just turned the board upside down. Now the real question isn't who won the fight. The real question is, now that Absolute Joker has destroyed everything Bane cares about, what happens when Absolute Bane comes back? Not as Batman's enemy, but as his ally. What happens when Bane and Batman team up to take down the Joker? With that being said, we're gonna bring this video to an end. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like. Make sure you subscribe to Quantum Comics so you don't miss what happens when Absolute Joker's war comes crashing down on Gotham again. Thank you guys for watching. This was a phenomenal story, and I will catch you all later.